You know that feeling when you're just stuck, analyzing some simple decision until it feels like the most important choice you'll ever make in your life? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to talk about that mental gridlock and how to build a little bypass around that overthinking engine in our brains.
Oh, you've heard this one a million times, right? Every app, every guru, every well-meaning friend says it. Just be present. You just got to be more mindful. And yeah, it sounds so simple, so profound.
And yet, there you are, staring into the fridge, completely paralyzed. Should it be a sandwich or maybe a salad? But what if you want a salad, but the whole vibe today feels more like a sandwich? Before you know it, lunch has become a full-blown crisis. Yeah, that simple advice doesn't always quite match up with reality, does it?
And this right here gets us to the heart of what we can call the overthinking trap. See, we try to solve the problem of overthinking with more thinking. We add more techniques, more analysis. But what if all that extra mental work is actually the problem itself?
It really feels like one, doesn't it? We get so frustrated with ourselves. We think, why can't I just make a decision? What is wrong with me? We start to believe it's just a fundamental part of who we are, something we're just stuck with. But is that actually true?
The answer is a huge, resounding no. Overthinking isn't some deep flaw in your character, it's more like a glitch in your mental operating system. Think about it like a machine that's been given a bunch of pointless extra instructions. So the big takeaway here is, we don't need to fix ourselves, we just need to fix the process.
So where does this mental glitch even come from? Well, it comes from a set of what we're going to call useless filters. These are the real culprits, the things that cause that feeling of being totally stuck, that analysis paralysis.
Okay, check this out, because this visual makes it so clear. A simple thought pops into your head, right? Like, hey, I should go for a walk. But instead of just leading to action, it gets rerouted through filter number 1, the imaginary scenario generator. What if it starts to rain? What if I get tired halfway through? Then, if it survives that, it hits filter number 2, the aura check. Do I feel like walking? Is my energy right for this? And, you guessed it, the result is gridlock. Nothing happens.
And that's the whole problem in a nutshell. That original, simple, perfectly good idea never even gets a chance to see the light of day. It's just trapped in a mental traffic jam before it can ever turn into an actual action.
But what if you could just build a road around that traffic jam? That's exactly where this solution comes in. It's called the mental filter bypass, and it's all about creating a much more direct route for our thoughts. Now, the bypass isn't some complicated new technique you have to master. It's way simpler. It's just the act of noticing when your thought is about to get stuck in one of those useless filters, and then consciously choosing to go with the original idea instead. It's about getting outside of your head and just doing the thing.
This is so important to get. You cannot solve an overthinking problem by thinking even harder. That's like trying to put out a fire with a can of gasoline. The real solution is to just skip those broken steps entirely. You just sidestep the whole messy process.
I mean, this comparison says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got that tangled, complicated path of overthinking. Where does it lead? To feeling tired and doing nothing. But on the right, you have the direct path. Simple thought leads directly to action. It's beautiful in its simplicity.
Okay, so how do we make that beautiful direct path our new default setting? This last part is all about how to put the bypass into practice in your actual life, so you can start thinking a little less and doing a whole lot more. So let's just run through the core principles here. First, and say it with me, this is not a personality flaw, it's just a bad process. Your first thought is usually your best bet. All those filters, they're just useless add-ons. The trick is to get good at spotting your personal filters, your go-to what-ifs or your classic mood checks. And always remember, the absolute fastest way to break that overthinking loop is to just take one small action.
And why is this so great? Because, let's be honest, we are all overloaded with life hacks and complicated self-improvement techniques. This isn't one more thing to add to your mental to-do list. It's the opposite. It's an act of subtraction. By just removing those useless filters, you get all your mental energy back, and you get your time back for the stuff that actually matters.
So I'll leave you with this one question to chew on. What's that one useless filter you always use? That what-if machine, or that but how do I feel about it check? What's the one you can consciously decide to just sidestep today? Because the real power isn't in adding a new skill, it's in removing an old, unnecessary habit.